Christine van Broeckhoven.
Where can I take you?
To the European Commission?
Do you come often to Brussels from Antwerpen?
Yes, I do, because I'm a member of the Parliament, of the Federal Parliament of Belgium. I'm a member of Chambers, and so I have to be here every Thursday, because then we have like a plenary session with all the members of Chambers. And I'm also here when I have some work in the commissions, where I'm in public health care. And I'm also in an advisory commission on science and technology.
How do you have the time for all these activities that you do?
Probably because I'm a female. If you just look back at if I looked back at myself as a child and as a young pupil and a student, I always had the profile of a scientist. So
what do you mean by that?
Well, a scientist has a specific profile, particularly scientists in my field, in the basic research field. So we always ask the question why. So we're never satisfied. And one question is followed by another question, followed by another question. It's like an ongoing story. And this curiosity for life and society and everything around you is typical for a scientist. And obviously my passion goes to human beings. So I like a lot human beings. I like to interact with people. So I'm particularly curious in people and what they have to say. It doesn't matter what they're doing. I like personalities of people. So I'm always interested. And I think as a scientist I have a very logic mind. I'm also very well organized and very persistent. The organization and the persistence might have to do something with the fact that I'm a female, because I often observe this with other females, but it could also be something with my scientific profile.
Here is the lab where most of the practical work happens. We brainstorm about the research that we are doing here, and Christine supervises this, gives us good directions of which experiments we should do, and this is what happens here. Results are then going back to her and we evaluate the data with her.
She's really at a world level. She was at the cradle of genetics of Alzheimer's disease, and she's really well known worldwide. But she's also, I think, a really good supervisor, and she really she supports us very well, and she gives us a lot of opportunity.
In the past, these buildings have been part of the Royal Palace also. And they have always been used for ceremonies. And when I received in 1995, I received my first major prize in Belgium. And so we had the ceremony, and then we had the reception. In fact, the ceremony was also in this building, but in another room. So the prize was handed over to me by the King of Belgium.
What did you think about this role that you have been selected as one of the ambassadors of the Year of Creativity and Innovation?
Well, again, that was a surprise to me. I'm still wondering why people are doing this, and why a basic scientist. Well, good scientists have to be creative and innovative. And persistent, that's true. And in a way you are creating new things. Scientific things, although maybe most people don't see that because it translates only years later to the society, but yes, you're active and you create. But that's because you're a scientist. Anyway, I thought the EU, I like the EU a lot. I think I go more into European Parliament than I mean Federal Parliament in a way of speaking, because I'm all the time invited. And I think it's important. Creativity and innovation is extremely important for our society.
Actually, the launch went very well, and I think that our message was very strong and very well communicated by the ambassadors, and it was very well taken by President Barroso. Yeah. So he was very positive about it and said that several of the points were already part of his strategic plan. But what I think is going to be very important, and which somehow is a little bit missing, is that at the end of this year, I think we have generated a very important document, a manifesto. Not easy to implement, I understand that, but there will be some implementation somehow, maybe in part or as a whole, as was promised to us, and then in a way we're not part of it anymore.
This text which you produced will feed directly into the new strategic document. Secondly, you, of course, you are losing the baby because the baby is starting to live its own life. Now I hope very much in the future documents of the Commission, which will then be translated into legislation and other initiatives. But at the same time, we will continue calling on personalities from all aspects of human life to help us implement these things. It's not the last time. We cannot continue living just like that. We need the help of excellent people in all branches of human activity. So I think it's not the last time we are doing an exercise like that.